Hello, and welcome to the Open Virtual Film Project. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the initial setup of your first environment, per the OVFP standard. The first thing we're going to want to do is open the Open Virtual Film Project plugin from either the dropdown or the toolbar button, and from there, open the dynamic set list. If you already have some environments in your Unreal project, they'll show up here as a list. To create a new one, we're going to click this New ENV button and give the environment a name. In this case, I'm going to call it Tutorial. If at this point I wanted to fill out any information about the set, I could fill them out now. However, I'm not going to bother with that and just hit the Create button. If you do fill out any of this information, once you've created your environment, you want to click the Save Set List Info button. With my new environment created, I can open it one of two ways. I can go into the Content Browser, Environments, Tutorial, Levels, ML Tutorial version 1, and double click this asset. I can get to the same place by finding my ML tutorial here, clicking the browser button, jump me to that ML tutorial version 1, or I can click this open button and it will open my environment. And you can see I am now in ML tutorial version 001. Following the OVFP naming convention, an ML object is a master level, is an empty container inside of which your set or environment will be generated. And as such, we generally do not want to be adding objects to the master level. So I'm going to show you how to set up a couple of sublevels that act as different layers where you can add your different objects into your scene in a much more organized way. The first step is to get the levels browser so you can see which sublevels you're working with. To do that, I'm going to click Window, Levels, and I'll open up this menu here. You can see I've got a persistent level in there. And now we need some places to put objects. So back in the dynamic set list, with our environment open, so it says ML tutorial version 1 up in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to click the New Sublevel button, New SL. Sublevels are a lot like how layers work inside of Photoshop. They allow you to do things like turn on and off various parts of your set, or change between several different lighting looks, or have animation or storyboard style containers. We're going to start with the broadest version of a sublevel, which is an SL standard. This is where most of your work will be done outside of lighting work. So I'm going to create an SL standard. We're going to leave its environment name the same because this is the tutorial environment. And I'm going to give it a description, in this case, the kit bash. This is where I'm going to put all of my kit bash assets that I am actively working on. We're going to ignore template level right now. This would allow you to duplicate an existing sublevel and hit create. Now you see I have the persistent level, which again is my master level, my container. And then the layer that I'm going to be painting on is this kit bash. While I'm at it, I'm also going to create a lighting sublevel. So a standard sublevel is for all of the geometry in a scene generally, and a lighting sublevel is all of the things you need in a scene for a specific lighting look. That generally includes post-process volumes, lights, fog, sky spheres, and emissive objects. In this particular case, I'm going to create the first lighting sublevel that I always create, which is a look dev lighting sublevel. Again, I don't have a template level to work with, so I'm just going to hit create. So as we're looking through these, we've got LSL, which is lighting, SL, standard, anything but lighting generally, ASL for quick animations, and BSL, which are for storyboards. So if you wanted to do a couple of characters posed into a specific scene, you might do a BSL sublevel. The ASL and the BSL are a later discussion topic. We're generally going to be working mostly in LSLs and SLs. Now I can close my OVFP menu, and the last thing I want to do is be able to jump between the various different sublevels I have created, as if I'm working with layers in Photoshop. So if you see in this levels browser, the LSL is blue. That is telling me anything I'll add to the scene right now will show up on this LSL. If I double click the SL, now the SL is the layer that I'm working on, and anything I add to the scene will be added to this SL. An important note is if you copy and paste or duplicate, whatever you copy or paste or duplicate will get added to the current sublevel. The other place you can see and change your current sublevel is in the bottom right-hand corner. There's this little pop-up where I can go SL, LSL, or persistent. Again, the persistent level we don't want to really be messing with. So in that case, before I do anything else with the scene, I'm going to lock the persistent level so that I cannot change anything inside of it. That way, if I try to add something to the persistent level by accident, it will give me a warning saying that I am not allowed to do that. In the next video, we're going to start setting up our look dev lighting sublevel, and the video following that, we'll start adding a few objects to our scene. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.